Midnight Madness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got this midnight madness.
Caught in the middle of midnight madness.
You've got the midnight madness. You're gonna get it, the midnight madness. You're gonna get it, the midnight madness. You're gonna get it, the midnight madness. You're gonna get it.
And now the Midnight Madness Show, where it's always sunny and 82 degrees. Here's your host, the DJ Doctor.
Good morning. Sunny and 82 degrees, like the man with the big voice says. I'm Mark the DJ Doctor, coming to you live from the 13th floor of the Manchester Skyline high-rise hotel, motel, and tire care center, something. And next to me is the one and the only, the Jason Hibbley Heartthrob. We're having a great show already right off the bat. How you doing, Jason?
We started 15 minutes late, but I'm doing great.
Yeah, we're starting a little late, but it's okay. Sometimes technicalities happen, and we just got to fix through them, and we do okay. So Brian does a great job down there in Pulaski.
Proud of you.
Brian, how you doing down there?
I'm doing good.
He sounds like he actually is yelling from Pulaski. I can barely hear him. So
Like a well-oiled machine, I think.
Brian is running master control down there. It looks like if you ever see the black and white footage of the NASA 13, Apollo 13 satellite footage, kind of looks like that at his house. His giant computers and things got big giant tape frames and stuff up there. It's pretty cool. That's what Brian runs the station with.
Tape?
Tape, yeah.
Masking tape and duct
masking tape, some duct tape. The good shows, yeah, we use gaff tape. So
Gaff tape.
Yeah, that's what we use. But well, we're glad, Brian, that you're with us. Brian, I did come across all the old Midnight Madness shows from long ago. You came and you played last night, episode 3. I found episode 1, our very first one.
That's awesome.
And it was brilliant. It was hilarious. It was terrible in its own way. I laughed my butt off.
It's like every show we do.
It's just nothing has changed, really. No, it was great. It was the night that we had the one listener. We didn't even advertise. We got one listener. And they were apparently a sleeper glutton for punishment because they listened to the whole show. So we'll get those aired out here pretty soon. But we have Awesome Andy to my extreme left who's sitting in the sunlight trying to get some last of the rays as it goes over the horizon. How you doing, Andy?
I'm glowing right now.
You are glowing. He's got a bright orange shirt on. The sun's coming in, and he's the only one in this room that is basked in the sunlight.
I look like a big orange. Yeah. I kind of like feel this really shiny. And
You do kind of look like the big pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
We're going to, instead of calling him Awesome Angie, we're just going to say him Tangerine.
Tangerine.
We're just going to call him Tangerine. So
You just call him Awesome Angie.
did I call him what?
Awesome Angie.
Awesome Angie.
Oh, that's excellent.
Angie. No, I didn't. Awesome Andy. Call him Tangerine, though. I did call him that. Yeah. Good. Well, Jason, why don't you introduce our artist tonight? Oh, we got an echo. That's pretty cool.
We got two great artists. We're going to start with one via Skype, Miss Lacey Snyder. Lacey, how you doing?
Hi. Good. How are you?
I'm looking beautiful as always.
Thank God it's radio. Yeah, see, Lacey's got the camera. We could see her if we had a video screen. She can't see us. That she should be happy about that.
She actually was glutton for punishment and sang with me one time.
I feel sorry for you, Lacey. Has your career taken off since you sang with Jason?
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun getting to sing with him.
Well, the restraining order is still in effect. That's why she's in Alabama and you're here in Tennessee, Jason.
That's right.
Well, Lacey, it's nice to have you back on part of the show again. How you been doing?
Well, I'm happy to be back. Thank you for having me.
Not a problem. Not a problem. So we got new listeners involved, and again, this station has picked up new listeners all the time, thanks to Brian and his hard work. But also, we are syndicated out of New York from Heat FM Radio with Chris and the gang out there. So all the listeners that are on HeatFMRadio.com, make sure you keep Chris's station live and hopping. and then jump on our Facebook page, like the page, and share the page. So, Lacey, we're going to go back and explore your childhood. Your again, I told you need to have math and science questions ready and available. But first of all, what we'd like to do is Brian's got her stuff on air, right? Oh, you're going to be able to play?
You gonna be able to play again, Lacey, like you did
Are
last
you going
time?
to be able to play?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, why don't we have you do a song real quick, Lacey? I thought Brian was going to have to play stuff on our radio station, but why don't you play us a tune, and then we'll get talking to get to know you a little more.
Okay, well, I'll do you an original song.
Good.
That's on my new CD, and it's called Smoky Mountain Livin'. It was written by a man named Conrad Pierce, and he just passed away recently. He was a wonderful person, and he actually was a very famous songwriter. He wrote the song, you ever heard Ronnie Millsap's song, Back on My Mind Again?
Great
Right.
song.
But he wrote this song and gave it to me, and I'm just honored to sing it. And here it is. It's called Smoky Mountain Livin'. I hope you'll like it. All right, just a minute. On a big old porch across the front of the house, watching the rain come down. Listen to the crickets, the frogs in the distance. How I like that sound. Cornbread cooking on a stove, sitting on my front porch swing. Smoky Mountain living, that's heaven for me. Smoky Mountain living, that's heaven for me. Throw a couple more logs on the fire, hear it crackle in the night. Watch the sunset, look at the stars over the clouds drifting by. We play our music every night with our friends and family. Smoky Mountain living, that's heaven for me. Smoky Mountain living, that's heaven for me. Oh, we're barefoot walking in the summertime. We're cuddled up when it snows. We've got our own piece of paradise. So where do we need to go? All those always tasty places I never thought I'd see. Smoky Mountain living, that's heaven for me. Smoky Mountain living, that's heaven for me. On a big old porch across the front of the house, watching the rain come down.
Very nice.
Oh, thank you.
Well, before we go any farther, you got a couple of special guests there in your house, right? You got Mom and neighbor Gladys there with you?
Yes, we do.
Make some noise, ladies. Let's hear ya.
Woo!
We love that. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Now, who's wearing pink?
Be there. She said they wish they could be there. We wish we could have been there. And it's in Manchester, right?
Yes.
We
Yes.
wish we could have been there.
Well, we got to make arrangements for you to get here one time.
Yes, we do.
Well, excellent. Well, let's.
Now, you said that you have an album out now?
Yes, a new CD. Well, it's not out yet, but it's coming out. And that song's going to be on it, along with a bunch of other tunes, original songs, and one written by Miss Jeannie Pruitt. We finally got it recorded in the studio, and I got to meet her, which was really crazy. I couldn't believe I got to meet Jeannie Pruitt. I mean, I was Miss Satin Sheets herself, and it was an honor. And she has a song. It's called Rented Room.
Well, that's great. Now, make sure you give us a copy when it's all done so we can get you thrown on the radio station.
Yeah, I can perform it for you if you want.
We'll do that in a minute.
Now, is it a CD of just you and your guitar, or do you got a full band behind you, or how do you get that set up?
On the CD? Oh, full. Oh, it's a full bass. It's everything. It's got steel guitars, flutes. Doug Jernigan on the steel guitar, and it's got bass, drums. It's got the whole thing. It's wow. The guitar. I mean, we did it in Nashville, and it was a really, really a fun experience.
How long ago was that?
We recorded it about it's been about a long process. It's been about a year now. We've been working on it. It's, 10 songs. It's a lot of work, getting everything together. And it's finally getting there.
Yeah, and I think people don't realize how long it takes to put out a product like that. You hear stories where they cut an album in no time, but to do it right and take your time with it, and like Jason did, like in 2 days. But you got to have the right people to do that.
If you have the band, and you could do it live, that'd be great.
Yeah, but when you gotta hire out musicians, or you're on a tight budget, it takes a while.
The backup singers and everything, the whole 9 yards.
Oh yeah, well I can't wait to hear the full production. And it's coming out when?
Probably sometime like in January.
In January, okay. So
we're still working on it.
You got a website or a Facebook page that when it comes out, people can buy it?
Two Facebook pages, I have Lacey Snyder Music Facebook, which is just my music stuff, and then my personal account, Lacey Snyder, which you can go to either one. I share the same stuff on both.
Right.
And then LaceySnyder.com.
Okay. And that gives you, are you touring around downtown down there somewhere in Alabama, or are you hitting around like Nashville and going back and forth?
Yeah, I put where I'm going to be on there all the time. I try to keep it updated.
Okay.
I just did the CMA Fest that went on like a week ago.
Yeah.
We were down there in Nashville. That was fun.
And it was pretty good weather for that, too. It wasn't bad.
I've never seen so many people in my life. That CMA Festival was packed.
Oh, yeah. Well, and I think also they helped out with the CMA Fest is also you had the Predators playing in the Stanley Cup. So you had all that extra amount of people there, too. So it had to be a treat.
Oh, it was a lot of people, and it was hot. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. But thank God there was no rain that weekend. Well, I mean, we were down at the Bonnaroo that same weekend. The radio station was at the Bonnaroo doing live shows there. And, again, it was probably the most comfortable Bonnaroo that I've been at.
Well, it helped that we were in the air conditioning some, too.
Well, yeah, we were in the
that
media
did
area,
help.
too. But when we went out to see artists and peruse the general pop out there, it wasn't super hot. So it was pretty good for the River Band and
I saw some of it on
CMAs.
your YouTube page, your YouTube, the YouTube you guys have. I saw some of the videos you guys put up there. It looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's a lot more coming, too. That's been a big work in progress. Brian, with his time scheduling, he's a busy, busy man, and for him to get that stuff out there, we appreciate it. But there's more video coming, there's more audio coming, and we've got, between Will and Russ, an ungodly amount of pictures that are coming down the line from the Bonnaroo, some that looks better than anything Rolling Stone magazine would ever put in theirs.
Now, I've got to ask a question, Lacey. Are you still belly dancing?
I do occasionally, not as often as I used to. My label doesn't really want me promoting that, so we don't. Mainly it's country now, but I do it on the side.
Now you are signed. You are
If
signed.
somebody wants it, I'll do it.
You are signed then.
Yes, Clipper Records out of Nashville.
Awesome.
And you can go to clipperrecords.com and find out all about me on their website, too, along with LaceySnyder.com.
That's great.
Well, excellent. When did you get signed?
It's been about 2 years now.
Well, excellent. Excellent.
So you were signed on the last show you did.
Wonderful people. Bobby Parrish from Haleyville, Alabama, and then Ansley Fleetwood out of Nashville. And they're the two that run the company, and they're wonderful people.
Well, excellent.
Ansley was a piano player for Jeannie for almost her whole career, and then Bobby had a couple hits back in the 1950s, 60s. He was a big singer back then too.
You just mentioned Jeannie. Were you referring to Jeannie Pruitt? No, yeah.
Jeannie Pruitt.
Yes.
Satin sheets
Yes, that's
tonight.
what
So were you born singing? Mom can attest, to your musical start. But when did you start singing?
I didn't start singing until I was about 13.
Okay, that's kind of late, actually.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I always used to just hum along and sing along. I didn't start doing it professionally until I was 13 because I don't know. I just never really thought of doing it as a career,
So what at the age of 13 inspired you to start singing?
Well, I was singing with some friends at a karaoke place. My mom had brought us, and we were all kind of just having fun. And there was a man in the back who was listening, and he says, "I'm putting together this band, a 50s doo-wop band." And now here I am, 13 years old. I've never even heard some of the 50s songs, but he said he wanted a backup singer, and one thing led to another, and I was in the band, and it was called the Cadillacs, and we just had a ball. We just went all over, and I got to do all the 50s music and poodle skirts, and it was fun. And one thing led to another, and I started doing original music, and then here I am now.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. Now, do you have pictures of you back in the day when you were doing background singing? And
Oh, yeah.
that's all the good
Sure
blackmail stuff, too. I like that.
The piano player in our group was related to Jerry Lee. He actually toured with Jerry Lee for a long time, so it was a good 50s band.
Well, that's good. That's good. So what was your favorite artist from the 50s?
Oh, goodness. Elvis, I guess.
Elvis. Yeah. He was a lot of people's favorite.
My other favorite would be Brenda Lee, and I got to meet her recently, and I was really starstruck when I met her because I just love her music, and she was so nice in person, so humble. It was amazing, as famous as she is, She said, "I'll honk, honey, come here and sit next to me," and we took a picture, so that was fun.
Was she your first major artist you got to meet?
No, I've met many. I guess the biggest star I've ever met was probably Charlie Louvin, and then from there I met tons of people Mel Tillis and Jesse McReynolds and Jim Ed Brown. I got to sing with him, and Bobby G. Rice and
Bobby's
Razzie
been on the
Bailey
show.
and a lot of the older stars. Razzie did that song. I don't know if some of you may know Razzie did that. I got 9,999,999 tears to go. That song.
I actually got to open for Razzie in 2011. So that's
Awesome. Yeah, he's a nice man.
he was a great guy. Yeah.
I love his music.
It's kind of cool that at your age, and you're young, but at your age that you know Charlie Louvin stuff.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I got to sing with him and meet him, and so that was kind of how I learned all his music, and
Wow.
he was really nice, and I got to meet him before he died, and I got to meet Kitty Wells before she died too, which was really an honor.
That's cool. I got to meet Charlie right before he passed. They had the big benefit for him in Bell Buckle, Tennessee, and the highlight of the day was I'm sitting front row, Charlie Louvin and Valerie Smith from Liberty Pike and all of them were on stage. And out comes Alison Krauss, Jerry Douglas, and Ron Block, and another female background singer. And Alison Krauss performed all of Charlie Louvin's songs that she said she remembered when she was a little girl. Phenomenal. It was just a phenomenal show. And I'm sitting there going, Alison Krauss, 6 feet in front of me singing Charlie Louvin's songs. How did she know Charlie Louvin? I mean, she's young too, and technically. But that's cool. Charlie was a major beast.
Charlie is the only person that I ever upset in Nashville that I know of.
Yeah, Jason ticked off Charlie Louvin.
It was a pure accident. I asked Charlie if it would be okay if I sang with him. He said, "Sure, what do you want to sing?" And my mind went blank. I couldn't think of a single Charlie Louvin or Louvin Brothers song.
Oh, no.
He got mad and walked away.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And your career took off after that, didn't it, Jason? Yeah.
And from that day, he collected over 10,000 records, promising that he would remember every name for every song from every album.
Well, that's good. Why don't you play us another song real quick? If you want to do one off your new EP that's coming out, that's cool.
Well, and speaking of Valerie Smith, I got to meet and perform. I opened for her a couple years ago, and because I met her on a show, I'm on a TV show every day, in Nashville. We film every month. We film 4 shows, but it plays every day of the week in Nashville on Channel 18, and it's a bluegrass show. And we have all kinds of bluegrass entertainers on there, and I got to meet her. She was on it, and that was fun. You had mentioned her name, and I was like, I know her.
Yeah.
And
was Becky
I was
Bueller?
going through your YouTube videos, and you were putting on the older shows that you
Right.
had gotten on there from like 2012.
Yeah, that's very start.
And the last one that you put on there was Joey Gibson, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's Joey. He's on our show all the time.
Oh, yeah, Joey. Joey, people don't realize who Joey is. He is a beast of a banjo player.
Hit that banjo, oh my gosh.
Oh, my God. I mean, and I've been around music, Lacey, since I was 8, and I'm a little older than 15 now, but I've been around it all my whole life. And so when people come up to me and go, oh, did you see so-and-so? They're a great guitar player, great banjo player, great drummer, great singer. I go, yeah, he's okay. I mean, you've heard so many great singers and great guitar players that you kind of take them for granted. But then that one comes out of nowhere that's at the peak of the mountain that takes old people like me going, now there is a great singer. Joey was that banjo player for me. I heard a ton of great banjo players, and Joey walked out, and he was unique.
Now, you have to give Mark here a little bit of credit. He's only 86. So
I'm only 86, so I've seen a couple of banjo players in my life. But Joey's good. You probably played with Becky Bueller then.
Well, I guess Joey's working with Alabama right now.
That's what I heard.
Jeff Cook's recording studio.
Yep, that's what I heard.
Now, going back a few years, you and I did the Nashville Traditions show together in Bell Buckle.
Oh, yeah.
And
she's not remembered yet.
Alan Peckett.
Yes, with Alan, yes. Valerie was part of that quite often. I don't know if...
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
All I know is her fiddle player, the tall redhead Becky Bueller.
Yeah.
Is
oh yeah. Ooh,
she's the fiddle player from unbelievable. She's like Joey Gibson on banjo. She's that way on fiddle. So if you surround yourself with those people, boy, you got top-notch musicians. We were just listening to Joey last night on the radio show from episode 3 of the Midnight Madness show, and Joey was our guest on there. And again, he just tore it up. So
that was with Big Mike Griffin.
Big Mike Griffin and Josh
Wanamaker.
Yeah, it was a great show. It was our show number 3. So we actually had guests.
We were listening to show number 1 when I got here. That was hilarious.
Yeah. Show number 1 was put on a whole different hard drive system than what we had, and I just found that hard drive. So a lot of them old shows and snapshots and stuff we found. Brian had show number 3 from somewhere. But we found show number 1 where we were just you, I, and Brian sat.
And one listener.
And we had one listener the whole show. We didn't have any musical guests. We just talked and we just popped on CDs that sometimes were the right CDs, sometimes they weren't. They weren't.
Okay, the best picture you'll find on there's 54 pictures that were made that I think were uploaded. There's one that I saw that was amazing, and I thought it was Yoda. You see Mark, he's got like a elf ears.
Yes.
And I love that picture. And I thought, man, it's Yoda. Yoda of music right there,
Yeah. That's when Patsy Trigg.
Patsy Trigg, yeah.
Patsy Trigg came in and made us all wear, elf ears.
I think the only person that didn't wind up wearing them was Johnny Counterfeit that night.
I think so. So
you need to check that picture out, though.
Let's go ahead and get Lacey to play us a song here real quick.
Yes, play us a song and save us.
Oh, no. I was enjoying listening to y'all. All right, I'll do you the Jeannie Pruitt song. Now, I'm going to play the background music while I'm going to sing to it. But this is what we recorded in the studio. And it's a song Jeannie wrote, and it's called Rented Room. So I hope you like it.
We lose her?
What was it, Wretched Blues? Rented Room. Oh. Wait. What just happened? We just went blank.
Lacey? I think her little boombox thing is overpowering the microphone. So it's clipping, so Brian. Is she completely off, Brian?
No, she's still there, but I think because she's playing music, must have like muted out or something on her side.
We'll just tell her it was beautiful.
Well, we're still live.
Yeah, we'll start laughing.
We're still live.
Yeah, everything's going out there. We're just not hearing her the music.
Yeah, we'll have to start.
I don't guess you can hear us either.
That's why I don't like doing Skype interviews, because there's too much interference and issues. It's like ordering from a drive-through thing at McDonald's. Okay. Thank you. And then we complain they got the order wrong.
What we do? We're just
Clap
dead
as
air,
soon as she comes
guys.
out.
Okay, we got to keep talking anyhow.
Yeah,
Talk, so there's no
like,
dead
people
air.
are just sitting there like, what's going on?
Well, unfortunately, we can't hear Lacey sing the song because of technical difficulties with Skype. It just
Well,
seems
I
to-
think it's just her boombox is overpowering her mic.
yeah, and it's cut out.
Oh, it didn't work?
No, honey, it cut out.
That was great.
Hey, there's
Yeah,
it. Hey,
yeah.
great song, Lacey. That was best song we heard all day. We think your player there overpowered your microphone, so it cuts you off completely.
Yeah.
Oh.
We hear you were like a drive-through order box, where you heard like every fourth word.
Oh, no.
So we're sorry about that, but yeah, but they were good words.
Yes, they were good
we
words.
pieced the whole song together that way, but I don't know if it actually went out over the air or not. But we kind of filled in the time talking, but we could barely
Oh, no.
hear it. I just think it was just a
Oh,
little.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's just a little overpowering. So why don't you go ahead and play one on your acoustic guitar, and
The guitar. Okay.
we'll do that.
Let me just a minute here get it out.
That's all right.
Too bad. I'll have to send you a copy of that.
Yes,
With our
please do.
original
Please do.
song. It sounds a lot better when you can hear it. Okay, can you hear the
Yeah, it
guitar?
sounds a lot better when you can hear it. Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Oh yeah.
It's not drowning out?
Nope.
No.
You sounded good there.
Okay. This song was written by Ansley Fleetwood and Bobby Parrish, and it's called Mississippi Tears, and it's on the CD too. The hardest thing was leaving Tippah County and giving Bobby back his senior ring, and catching the train to the city, a place where a girl could chase her dreams. Wondered, does he ever think about me? As often as I do of him, that big river keeps on flowing, just like my old Mississippi tears. Not a day goes by I don't miss him. Time's turned into years. City life is not what I expect. One more reason for these Mississippi tears. Now that old train no longer runs through Tippah County. Bobby's got a wife and raising kids. That big river keeps on flowing, just like my old Mississippi tears. And that big river keeps on flowing, just like my old Mississippi tears.
Yeah.
Very nice. We heard that one nice and clear all the way through. Lacey, who's some of your influences?
Besides
well,
me.
I love so many different artists. I guess Dolly Parton and Emmylou Harris and
good.
Johnny Cash and Elvis. You know, I just love them all.
That's good. Andy is here with us. He wants to say something to you. Andy is related to Dolly Parton. This is Andy Parton. What you got for her, Andy?
Yeah, that song gave me sort of the mood that I was listening to a Patsy Cline song.
I thought the same thing.
That's what when it, kind of came across to me there.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I think your tone and delivery was about the same. You're still unique. You're still Lacey, but you just have a little resemblance. That's why I asked you who your influences were. But Emmylou Harris is good.
Well, I love Patsy too.
Yeah, Emmylou Harris is good. Dolly Parton's good. Andy's going, yeah, Dolly all the way. Dolly all the way. Keep the money in the family. But so, how often a week do you practice your guitar and play your guitar?
Well, I just whenever I feel like playing it, I'll pick it up and play it and practice it. I need to practice it more than I do.
Now, when you get a song idea, do you come up with the melody first? You pick the guitar up and start playing something and come over top of it, or you come up with the lyrics first and try to put the guitar
Usually
around
lyrics.
it?
Lyrics first and then melody. Like usually lyrics though. And my mom, she helps out a lot too. She's really good with lyrics.
So is Mom musical herself, or was she a poet or anything?
She can sing a little bit. She can sing a little bit, but she never did it professionally or anything. She can hum though. She can hum along.
Well, that's good. That's good. So it's nice that you have the family support behind you, a good support system. Now, does Gladys sing?
Gladys, oh no.
Oh no, no. Gladys is there to support. That's good. So you still got Mom and Gladys in the room with you?
Oh, well, actually, Gladys just left, and my mom is here. She's listening, and she's like, yes, I love Dolly. She's freaking out that you said that's her brother or related
Cousin.
to her.
That's a cousin, yeah. Here at the show, it's funny. You know, we don't want to toot a lot of horns and name drop, but we've got a lot of people that we kind of hung with. We got Andy Parton here, who is his cousin is Dolly Parton. We got Jerry J. Thomas, who is our newest addition to the Midnight Madness team.
Big Country.
We call him Big Country because he's a big boy. And Jerry, if you're listening, we can't wait. I think we get him next week or 2 weeks from now. He's coming in. 2 weeks, I believe. Jerry will be here to do the radio show. But Jerry was the original bus driver for the original Leonard Skinner and toured with 38 Special and Molly Hatch and all that. So it's pretty cool when you stand next to these guys and they start talking about their family members and their friends and
then you got me.
their legends. Then we got Jason, who pissed off Charlie Lubin one time.
Yeah, by the way, I think Sunday night I was hanging out with Kenny Vaughn and Chris Scruggs, which if you get a chance to come into Nashville with a family and stop here at WFMC Jams, on your way back, check out the place called The Country, and you can catch Chris Scruggs and his band with Kenny Vaughn for free. They play on Sundays there. You just drop some money in a bucket. You get up and close personal view and have a great time.
And you get a free biscuit, don't you, when you play there?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So, do you co-write? Do you write solo? Mom helps you out, you said, with some lyrics, but...
Yeah, it just, if the song comes to me, I'll sing it or jot it down on a piece of paper and then make it into a song later. But usually right now I'm working with a lot of songwriters and kind of doing their songs, and it's been fun and meeting a lot of people. And you were just mentioning all the people that on your show, and I have a lady that's coming 2 days Friday. She'll be here Friday. She's a friend of ours, and she worked for Jim Reeves. His whole career, she was his secretary.
Wow.
And we become good friends with her, and it's just amazing, all the stories she knows, and all the famous people, and she's met. It's amazing.
We need to set her up for a Legends and Storyteller show somehow.
Yes.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
is she coming to Alabama, or is she out of Tennessee?
She's in Nashville. She just wrote a book, actually, about all her stories, and so yes, you should have her on the show.
Yeah.
If she did, I don't know if she would, but she's got some stories, I'll tell you.
See, we do a...
She used to live with Patsy Cline. She used to live with her.
Oh, wow. See, we do a story that we're trying to put up on YouTube, and I just got my software today to finish off the graphic and get it so Brian can post. We got 4 shows in the can with several going, but it's people like the lady you're talking about where they talk about their history.
Well, actually, there's some stories about Jim from Johnny Moore.
Right, Johnny Moore and Jim Reeves were best friends. Matter of fact, we saw the ring that Jim Reeves had on his hand at the time of the crash a couple of Saturdays ago. Johnny Moore has that ring on his hand. And just a great little mesh of history between these people. We just want to preserve that. So, Lacey, why don't you go to give us another song? We got about another 10 minutes here before we get our next artist on, Terry Rankin. So, why don't you go ahead and play us another tune real quick?
Another tune, all right.
Yeah. Figure
I'll do you
two.
an original song that I've had this out for a long time now. It's a original song that my whole family and we all kind of wrote together, and it's a true story. Everything in it's true. Everything really happened, and it's called Alabama Bound. Well, I grew up in Michigan. I shoveled snow. I'll never do it again. That's right. I'm Alabama bound tonight. Cruising down Highway 65. I saw a redstone rocket in the clear blue sky. That's right. I'm Alabama bound tonight. I've got the roll tide fever and I'm headed to the game. Yes, I am. You could live anywhere else on earth. Oh, but it wouldn't be the same. I got sweet old Alabama blaring on my radio. There's no other place that I'd rather go. I'm Alabama bound tonight. I captured some of that rebel pride. Now I'm one of the Crimson Tide. That's right. I'm Alabama bound tonight. Well, I bought a place on the Big Tennessee where that Elk River flows, and on the beauty you'll see. That's right. I'm Alabama bound tonight. Well, I don't know why it was his will to live right here in Rogersville. Oh yeah, I'm Alabama bound tonight. I've got the roll tide fever and I'm headed to the game. Yes, I am. You could live anywhere else on earth. Oh, but it wouldn't be the same. I got sweet old Alabama blaring on my radio. There's no other place that I'd rather go. I'm Alabama bound tonight. Oh, I'm in Dixieland for life. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go Big Orange.
Very nice.
No.
Very nice.
Crimson Tide.
Lacey, where can people find you? Any shows coming up here in the near future you'll be at that they can come and watch you?
Well, I'll be in Tuscaloosa coming up here soon, and I'll have all the dates on my Facebook, Thomasville, Georgia, and I just played the Bluebird not too long ago, and that was fun. I just try to put all the dates on the Facebook and directions and all of that.
Yeah.
So just go there and look it up sometime.
And make sure anytime you're in the Nashville area, send us a message. Let us know. We'll if we can all get off that night, or one or two of us. We'll try to get out there and support you and get to see you. And we'll hammer that on our Facebook page and website. So we try to get a crowd out there for you. So make sure you let us know when you're in the immediate area here.
Yeah, I need to get to Manchester again. It's been a while since I've been there.
Yeah. When was the last time you were here? I was trying to remember that.
Oh, goodness. It's been about a year and a half. I haven't been there a long. It's a long drive for me. It's not as far as Nashville, but it's about like going to Nashville.
Okay.
Like two and a half hours, I think.
Yeah, you're a little ways. Yeah, you're outside of Tuscaloosa?
But it's so pretty there. So pretty. And the hills are so beautiful.
Yeah, if you go just a little south of Nashville on I-24, you get closer to Chattanooga. In the fall, when the trees start to change color, I went through on a tour where I went through Tennessee, Georgia, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, Nevada, Arizona, on up to Colorado, through Kansas and all that, in the fall. And Chattanooga was the prettiest sight of all those states that I got to see.
Oh, wow.
It was absolutely beautiful. Yeah, this neck of the woods is gorgeous down here. But yeah, just about an hour south when you get up on the Mont Eagle down in that neck of the woods toward Chattanooga. It's gorgeous. And I guess we're going to be down there on July the 4th at Dunlop. Andy, why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, there's a really great event going on in Dunlap, Tennessee. Of course, JJ over here, Big Country.
Big Country.
Big Country's been promoting and also working with Doug Supernaw. He got Doug back in the studio after, I guess, about 20 years. And of course, this first part of June, he just released his first CD and album. And, and it's going well for him. But what's going on there specifically is you've got Sammy Kershaw and Cody McCarver and Doug Supernaw. This is a free concert for the public there in the park in Dunlap on the 4th of July. And there's going to be
Sammy Kershaw, a good friend of the show, Randy, Rockin' Randy.
Rockin' Randy.
He has a Sammy Kershaw cut that's on Sammy's new album.
Yes, that's true. Randy has that one song that he wrote that was cut on that as well. I would encourage anyone that's over in this eastern part of Tennessee, if you don't have any plans, go over there and join in. There's going to be a couple other bands that are going to be performing right before the main act later that afternoon, though. And also, I'm going to say it live on air because I know JJ's up there listening. Big Country is.
Big Country.
Go check out Doug Supernaw's new CD. 2 original songs on that. The other 18 are some of his greatest hits. And Doug sounds just like he did, 20 years ago. Even at CMA Fest, I mean, he sounded like Doug Supernaw, the original. But one song in particular, Jim Lauderdale actually wrote and with Doug, and it's a really good song. So check that out if you get a chance.
And I believe Brian and I were going to be down there, too. I don't know. Jason, you'll be in Michigan, right?
I'll be in Michigan, yes.
But I know Brian and I were planning on being down there, so we'll try to do some backstage interviews and stuff.
Oh, most definitely.
So it should be a good event. So if you don't go anywhere on 4th of July, tune in to WFNC Jams, the radio station, either via Facebook or on our website, and you'll get some cool interviews going on that day. So, Lacey, what do you got going on 4th of July?
The 4th of July, I don't think I have anything for this year. I don't think
head
I
on
do.
over to Dunlop.
I never know, something might pop up at the last minute, but
Yeah.
I don't have anything planned as of yet.
Well, fly over to Dunlop. Swing over to Dunlop. We'll all hang out together at the Sammy Kershaw concert over there.
Yeah,
We'll interview you
I'm
again
okay.
live.
Wow.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Bring Mom. Bring Gladys. Make Gladys drive.
Well, now what time does it start?
I don't know. Andy, do you know what time to start?
Yeah.
Andy's going to check on that.
Yeah, I know the event itself will kick off probably right afternoon around 1.
And to go up until the fireworks
and
show.
it'll go up until the main act. I think it's going to be at around 7:45, 8 when Sammy Kershaw, will take over. He'll have about a 2-hour show, so it's going to be pretty extensive.
Wow.
I'm going to give you the exact details right now, though, as fast as I can.
Yeah, Andy's going to check on that. Why don't we get Lacey to do one more song, and we'll give you up in details of what's going on 4th of July.
Yep.
What do you got to say, Jason?
I was going to have her say one more thing.
Yeah, let's let her have do her another song. How about that?
Yeah,
Lacey, why don't you pull out one more for us, okay?
not a Mel Tiller song.
Yeah, Melt.
Okay.
Pick another one you'd like to do for us.
Sure.
I apologize for the craziness for this radio station. I try to run a serious station, and these guys just won't let me.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Well, since you guys were mentioning Patsy, I actually do a couple Patsy songs. And
Excellent.
this was, she did a cover of this not too long ago. It's a Hank Williams song. I mean, not too long. I mean, she did it a long time ago, but I mean, it was a later.
Is there something I need to know about Patsy?
Patsy Cline, yes.
Okay.
So it's her rendition of it. And here it is. I know you've heard it. Y'all can sing along if you want to.
Sure.
All right. Well, your cheating heart will make you weep. Well, you cry and cry and try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell on you.
Awesome. That was
Very
that
nice.
was great.
You had Andy and Mark two-stepping around the floor. You should have seen it.
Well, separately. We weren't two-stepping together. You did get
Separately.
background singing from Terry Rankin and Jason Adams, though. They kind of harmed in there for a little bit. Very powerful voice. Good job there, Lacey. Good job. So.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.
Well, we're glad you were a part of it. It's a little crazy show, and I kind of had a little hard time getting started with some of the technical things. Sometimes it just happens. You're a prisoner of technology sometimes.
Right.
You know, if it goes great, great. If it don't, all heck breaks loose. But again, keep us posted what's going on. We want to make sure we keep you in the loop. We do got a new program that's going to be coming up here real soon. We'll be introducing it called the WFNC Jams Artist of the Year for 2017, which we'll announce in December. But it's going to be like brackets. If you see,
Well, the thing, if she doesn't have her album out, though, until January, she wouldn't be able to until next year. But if she gets that single to us right away, she could probably still make that.
yes. So get us a single or get us a demo or put a demo together so we can get you in the loop. But we're going to take
Sure.
the top
I'll just
100
send
artists.
I'll send an email to Jason's Facebook or something. With
Excellent.
Yeah, I'll give you my. I'll send you my email address, the actual email address on Facebook tomorrow, and you'll have it.
Yeah, send us a copy of that so we can get you into the loop.
I sent you a message while we was on air as well that you'll have. So
Now it is it is a popularity contest, of course. So you're going to have people come onto the Facebook page and
vote for you.
And vote for you. So and it'd be brackets. If you beat whoever you're going against, which we won't know until the brackets come out. Whatever artist you're going against, if you beat, you move on to the next bracket, and then you'll have another new artist you got to go against, and you got to have your friends and family come back out and vote again until we get down to the final two in December, and probably the last December show we do, which is always the one right before New Year's or Christmas Eve, or we got Patsy Trigg comes in, and people that don't know Patsy Trigg, her husband and her are the ones who recorded the original "Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer." She always comes in on the last. New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I met her
Isn't she
too
not
long
wonderful?
ago at a party.
She's just a wonderful lady. So
Yeah, it's a great songwriter.
yeah, and that night we'll probably introduce the Artist of the Year as well as Patsy Trigg will go on and perform. So so we got a lot of cool stuff coming up. So get Jason your information, and we'll get you in the top 100, and then we'll text you and let you know when to start.
How long has it been since I've been on the last show we did? That was about, 2 years ago?
It hasn't been quite that long. I think it's only been a year, actually, because we was at the last chance.
I remember when you rescheduled this interview, and you were like, next year, and I'm like, that's a long ways away.
Yeah.
Then it was just like a blink of an eye, and here we are.
Yeah.
We were at the bar, so it's been almost a year.
Yep. So. Well, as we sign off with Lacey and get ready for Terry, we're going to have Andy give the details of what's going on for the 4th of July show in Dunlop, Tennessee. So, Lacey, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. Hopefully we'll get to see you in person real soon.
I hope so, too. Thank you so much for having me.
And I hope we get to sing together sometime again.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. And I could two-step to you.
I got your message on Facebook, and I think that'd be great. I'd love to write a song with you.
Oh, great. Let's do it. We'll plan it out and try to sit down and do some writing.
And I definitely hope to meet you and hear you sing one of Patsy's covers live, because you do a great job.
Aw, thank you.
All right. Well, Lacey, tell Mom thank you, and Gladys, thank you for tuning in to us and listening to you and supporting you. And then you take it easy. We'll see you real soon, okay?
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. Good night, Lacey.
Bye.
That was Miss Lacey Snyder, all the way from Alabama on Skype.
Yeah.
Check her out. Check out her Facebook page, her website. Find out when her new EP is coming out in January. You can purchase that. Find out where she's playing. She's been playing all over everywhere. The CMAs, playing all over everywhere. So again, the whole point of the station is hear the artists, find out what they do, and then go support them and get them out there live. So Jason's laughing at a text message that he just got. The restraining order still on. He's got a dilemma, so we're going to go to Andy first and have Andy announce what's going on with the 4th of July show, and then we're going to jump right into Mr. Rankin here. What you got, Andy?
All right, folks. For those there listening in right now, the City of Dunlap presents the 3rd annual 4th of July Music Festival, and this is a free music festival, which will start around, it looks like 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock. The Carolina Calling will start off the event. Then from 12:20 to 1:30, you got Jill's Kids, 150 to 250, Tater Reed and the Hughes Band, 310 to 410, Stallion Band, 4:30 to 5:30, Sean Cooley and Time Truck, 5:45 to 7:15 p.m., Cody McCarver with special guest Doug Supernaw, and ending the night at 7:30 to 9 p.m., the featured guest of the night, Sammy Kershaw. And there's going to be fireworks. There's going to be a lot of fun games and food there for folks. You can make a $20 donation to the park for VIP seating, and seating is limited, so you want to contact the park there at 423-949-2115 if you want a seat there that day. But that is going to be a great event, and I encourage everyone, get out and go listen to these artists as well, and top the night off with Cody McCarver, Doug Supernaw, and Sammy Kershaw, the legend.
And the WFMC Jams will be there. We'll be present. We'll be doing some behind-the-scenes radio interviews and out front watching the artists perform as they play. But we'll be down there, so come on out, support the band, support the artists, have fun, let your hair down, enjoy the music. I'm sure there's going to be food down there. So Jason said I can't let my hair down. But yeah, we're gonna have a great time. Again, we want to thank Chris out there in New York at HeatFMRadio.com for allowing us to go on the station with him tonight. And I hope you all listened to the Vinyl Show Sunday. We had a great time with the Vinyl Show doing covers, answers, and parodies.
Yeah, we had a great time.
It was an odd show.
It was.
It was a hard show. It was probably the hardest one we had to do.
Yeah.
Especially for you. You had to dig up all that material. So our next one coming up, which we don't have a date for yet, for June, right? It'd be June.
No,
July, I mean. Sorry, July. The July show, we already know is going to be Southern Rock, only Southern Rock, with special guest DJ Jerry J. Thomas, who's going to be here again. He's got the inside scoop because he was the original bus driver for Skinnerd and 38 Special and Molly Hatchet and all those from back in the day. So he's going to have great classic rock, Southern rock stories of Ronnie Van Zant and Donnie and Johnny and Dave Lubeck and all them guys down there, Nick's from Atlanta Rhythm Section, all those good guys down there. So
some of the craziest stuff you'll ever hear in your life.
And then we're going to make an exception to the rule. He has a couple of CDs from stuff that's kind of unheard of that we're going to play over there, just so you kind of hear for the first time exclusive Southern rock stuff that you will never hear anywhere else but this radio station. So you want to tune in, check our Facebook out for the exact date. We'll let you know that coming up real soon. Jason, what do you got?
Well, I just want to do a quick reminder. We do not have a Midnight Madness show next week because of being the 4th of July.
Yes, that's true.
So no
Midnight
Madness.
Well, it won't be a Midnight Madness show, but we will be on the air off and on.
Right, doing interviews.
So it won't be a Midnight Madness show, but it will be WFMC Jams coming on off and on throughout the day.
And you'll be heart-throbbulous.
We'll be missing the heart throbbiness. He'll be in Michigan. We're going the opposite way of the country to get away from you. But come on out and check us out. Now, what are you doing up in Michigan? Just family?
Yeah, I'm going up for...
That sounded bad.
Actually,
just family?
I have a high school reunion to attend and a family reunion to attend as well.
Cool.
So I'm going to hit both of those and then spend time with family and friends and
that'd be good.
Maybe drink a little bit.
Now, do you have the next Midnight Madness show coming up in 2 weeks? Do you know the artists?
I do.
Can you pronounce their names?
Certainly.
Sure. This is going to be fun.
We have Erica Bryan.
Okay.
And David
Minenberg.
Thank you.
Minenberg. All right, David Minenberg.
I spelled it incorrectly on here. I have Minenberg.
Minenberg.
No.
Jason was puzzled when he was trying to look at the next guest. It's like, what's her name? Stacey McElhaney?
Yeah.
Boy, you couldn't get McElhaney to save your life, could you?
No.
It was hilarious. Minenberg. So that's coming up 2 weeks from tonight. So make sure you check that out. So, Jason, you have a safe trip up to Michigan.
You're going to miss me while I'm going.
Oh, man, I'm going to be weeping every night.
I bet.
It's going to be sad. It's going to be just sad. All right, let's get the show on the road. We got Mr. Terry Rankin, been sitting here patiently going, when are you guys going to shut up and get the real artists on here?
Exactly.
Not you guys. So, Terry, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks.
Terry's lost his voice a little bit today. He's been working in the elements, and so
he probably lost his mind waiting.
Yeah.
All of us to shut up.
I enjoyed Lacey. That was fun.
So, Terry, we're just going to ahead and have you go ahead and play a song real quick, and we'll start to get to know you a little bit. So go ahead and bust out a tune as he drops his pick. He's laying forward, picking up the pick. It's stuck to the floor. He picks it up, inserts it to the right hand. Terry Rankin, everybody.
Well, just a few weeks ago, I guess, Bobby Bear come out of wherever he was, in the bear cave, I guess, 80-something years old, and taking Nashville back by storm's always been a great hero of mine, and so every gig I've ever done, I always do this little song right here. We're up down in Louisiana where the black trees and grow, and there's a voodoo lady named Marie Laveau. She's got a bent, bony body, stringy hair, and if she was a cat, y'all messing around there, she'd go, wow, another man done gone. There we go. I love that song. Don't you love that song?
That was great.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, anyway, thank you for having me here.
Terry, we appreciate it. This is your third show with us, I think.
Is it?
Either third or fourth.
It's like a overnight success if you're Rip Van Winkle.
Yeah. Last time we had Terry, he was over at the Last Chance Saloon.
Yep.
So,
He's at the Last
Which
Chance
had its
Saloon.
last chance and gone now. Is that
Yeah.
right there?
yeah, Last Chance is now well, I don't even think it's open yet, but it's supposed to be a 24-hour truck stop, is what we heard. So, good luck with that. But we're back here now at the Family Music School here at 111 South Spring Street, Manchester, Tennessee. Come on down and check us out. We'd like to see people coming off the street and just coming in and hanging out with guests like Terry and us, and so we'd love to see that. So, Terry, what's going on with you since the last time we saw you? Anything new?
Let's see. I've had that same stick on my back with that carrot dangling in front of me.
Uh-huh.
And so I haven't caught it yet, but I'm still chasing it.
All right.
So that's about it with me. And I do a lot of work. Music, just kind of rolls around. It's there. And so when Heartthrob there called and said, hey, you want to come up? And I said, yeah, So where's my guitar? I found the case and the guitar wasn't in it. And so where's the guitar? So I don't get to play as much as I used to, but still enjoy it.
Well, good. Are you still writing songs on a continual basis, or work kind of slowed you down there too? Are you still writing songs?
Not on paper.
Not on paper, okay. Hey, it worked for Ronnie Van Zant. He never wrote anything down.
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys do that, though. I would forget everything. The lyrics would always be different every time I'd sing that song. I'd have to have mine written.
I have that same issue a lot of times.
So you do that with the paper right in front of you, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy
that's
how
no
real.
lie.
Yeah, it's crazy how real life catches up, and so you don't get to write as much. I got a lot of hooks. I got pages and pages of hooks.
Okay.
So, but I have to put the melody and the lyrics to them.
Okay. Well, when you get time, that's what you do. Andy?
Now, from my understanding, we talked earlier, and you said that you were from Signal Mountain over in Chattanooga, over in that area.
Yes.
And, of course, there's a lot of music going on there on top of Signal Mountain, and that's, like you mentioned to me, they've got an Opry over there as well.
Yeah, they got a little Opry house. There was Signal Mountain Opry or Walden every Friday night. That's a lot of fun to do, so... all the old pickers and grinners come out of the woods, put bands together in the parking lot, and get on the stage and start playing all the oldies.
In that section of Tennessee, because I'm from over there, there's such a variety of music there. You get the Appalachian music mixed in with, of course, the traditional country as well, and some of the folk there. But living there on top of Signal Mountain, it's a beautiful place. The fall, like Mark mentioned earlier, it's undescribable unless you come to Chattanooga and see it. But when you're there during the fall, I know that probably influences you as a rider on top of the mountain there, looking out. Sometimes you get inspiration while you're there.
Oh, yeah, but every time I start to ride it comes out being a John Denver song.
Yeah.
It's
I
thinking,
found
hey,
that.
I love that song.
Exactly.
Come hear my new song, honey. It's called Sunshine on My Shoulder. Listen to that, She goes, hey, you didn't do that song.
No, that's kind of funny. I found that John Denver, album inside the Barry Manilow album that we're looking at, because you had some that you had brought showing Jason earlier.
Terry has added to my collection. We appreciate that, Terry.
Yeah, that's where my throat went. I roughed him. I went in my garage without a full personal protection suit and respirator to drag these albums out for the Heartthrob there, and then halfway up here I started going, where's that moldy smell coming from? It's my shirt.
You made this a special occasion, and I noticed also you have a business that apparently that you run as well. And I guess one day you're hoping that'll be filled up with instruments and ready to play at the same time, I guess. You're a musician on the road, and with your business as well. You have to juggle that, but it's good you're back, wanting to get out and perform some. I'm interested. You're more traditional country, and when I talk about traditional, I talk about real country with Bobby Bare. Who's some of your greatest influences?
I guess everybody back in the older days. Merle, Bobby, Conway. You're talking about people being related to people. Now, I never wanted to use any of my kinfolk as a influence. I'm Terry Twitty, and that's just how that goes. So, wait a second. Where's the laughter? Get it? Terry Twitty.
Yeah.
See, I don't think they've ever ran a 2-hour show here at the Midnight Madness. They're out of laughter already. Here, I'm going to do a song. This has got a funny story behind this song. Actually, we do have Brittany Gabriel looking at this. They can get an eHarmony sponsorship. I was reading the Sunday paper one day, just kind of spacing out at the table, and I turned the page, and it was the one ads for men and women. And so I was just kind of reading what some of the things they liked and what they wanted to do, and then here comes the wife in there. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm looking for hooks for my song. She goes, no, you're not. I said, yeah, I am. No, you're not. Yeah, I am. And so she walks off, and she got a pencil and paper and brought it back here, and she goes, okay, I want to hear that song. And so I started looking down, and actually I saw all kinds of things for songs. I started writing these things, like I like country, and I like long walks, and this one person had in there, I like high adventure, as long as it's safe. Then I found this one where this girl just simply wrote, hey, I like good love. If you like good love too, give me a call. And so I put all these things together, and here's a song right now. It's called Love's Good Love. If I can remember the words, if I can play it, if I can sing it. While I'm sitting here in this chair, it goes. Well, all my friends found love online. They all swear that it works just fine. I'm not having much luck the old-fashioned way. So I signed up and I gave it a peek. Maybe, just maybe, I chanced to meet that perfect match for me in cyberspace. I started reading, I like beaches and I like snow. I like driving movies slow, and I like taking long walks in the park. Yes, and I like dining out and dancing. I like biking, hiking, camping, and I like high adventure as long as it's safe. Then that next girl, she really caught my eye. She had just one request that I think I can oblige. I think I can oblige. She said, love, good love. That's right, a good love. Yes, the kind that takes us higher than the clouds, up above the clouds. That's right, a good love. And you have to love good love too. So before you give me a call, better love good love. Love a good love. Well, I gave that girl a call and the rest is history. I'm just right for her and she's the perfect match for me. The perfect match for me. Now every day's good love. That's right, a good love. It's the kind that takes us higher than the trees, up beyond the clouds. That's right, a good love. We both found true love, and thanks to eHarmony, every day's good love. love a good love. Yes, we love a good love, good love. Yes, we love a good love. Yes, we love a good love, good love. Yes, we love a good love, love a good love.
Yeah.
Now that's actually on a wonderful CD demo if it's getting spun on a regular basis. So, but if you enter that in the Song of the Year contest, I guess we're going to have a lot of friends.
There you are.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
You
right.
gotta have a lot of friends.
Or you just vote a lot yourself. You know?
Oh, they let you vote over and over and over.
Oh yeah, that's the way it's
Ching,
going to work.
ching.
We need a repeat business on this. So
Yep,
again, he's talking about a reference to a upcoming contest that we're going to have for Artist of the Year for 2017. We'll pronounce the winner on December.
Unfortunately, I can't be a part of it.
Yeah, Jerry J and Jason Adams can't be a part of it because they are related and members of the staff. So
Related to members of the
related and members of the staff. So yeah, technicality. But we're going to take the top 100.
That's too bad because I could have won that.
Oh yeah, hands down. Until Jerry strangles you to
That's
death.
right.
But,
That's
yeah,
right.
then
That's
Jerry
right.
said, "No, I want it." But we're gonna put 100 artists, the top 100 voted artists on there. Start the bracket. The top 100 artists, so you know, will be voted on by the staff itself. So you're gonna have to impress the staff itself to even be nominated to be on the first top 100. And then after that, we're gonna let you know when the voting starts.
He's already started with bribes. He brought me 3 totes of records.
Yeah, so
He's
bribes
smart.
do help. I like Harley Davidsons, Mustangs, Reese Cups, and Good Love. That's what I
there you
need. So
go.
there I am, eHarmony right there.
There you go.
But,
I have a request.
All right.
I can't think of the title of the song, but it's
Oh, I know which one you're talking about,
okay.
but I'm not going to give you the title of it.
I remember it has Hardee's in the song.
Hardee's. Yeah. I don't know if I can do that one. Yeah, that's called I Work for Beer Money. I should have known.
I was going to say beer money.
So I might be able to sing that. Like I said, once again, even when I have a good voice, I like to kind of stand up singing, but I'd feel weird in here. We're sitting around, and that's okay. You need to learn how to sing sitting down every now and then too. But yeah, this one's called I Work for Beer Money. We had a lot of fun on that one. Actually, my wife helped me write this one. And real fast shout out to Missy, to my sons, to my grandkids, Samantha, Little Gideon Jr., and Cassara, to my cousin Carol in Arkansas, she's still listening, and my niece Katie out in California. So, yeehaw. And I'll do a lead part with my mouth, and then I'll do the rhythm part with the guitar. There you go. I've been working part-time at the CRB for going on 3 years, and I can do anything that they ever ask me to. Goes on around here. I got a note here from the boss man, says he wants to see me. Well, it makes me kind of nervous because I really need this job and I just can't afford to leave. See, I work for beer money, I work to party. I work to take my Missy out to eat at Hardee's. I work 3 days every week, I just can't make it bound to. I work for beer money, I work to party. He said, son, sit down, I got an offer for you. It just might change your life. I'm gonna work you 5 days, gonna double your pay, get you lots of overtime. Now you have to make the decision, whatever you choose to be fine. I said, boss, what an offer, that's a no-brainer. I think I'll just stay part-time. See, I work for beer money, I work for parties. I work to take my baby out to eat at Hardee's. I work 3 days every week, just can't make it bound to. I work for beer money, I work to party. I do 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 do. Well, later on I saw my baby, told her about the offer made me. She just gazed in my eyes. Then she leans in and takes my hand, said, are you thinking what I am? And I said, I think I am. Angus Burgers, I work for beer money. I work to party. I work to take my baby out to eat at Hardee's. I work 3 days every week. I just can't make it bound to. I work for beer money. I work to party. I work 2 days every week. A man's got to do what he's got to do. I work for beer money. I work to party. Here it comes. I do 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 do.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That could be a promotions, thing for Hardee's itself. A party at Hardee's.
Yeah, party at Hardee's.
Because then,
Go do the drive-through with beer.
Yeah,
Get some burger.
The Angus burger, I had biscuits and gravy in the morning too to top it off because you're already there. It's late.
Yeah, when I first wrote that song though, it was Baconator, and I found out that was Wendy's, and I was singing. I worked, we like going to Hardee's, so. But I did like yelling out Baconator. That was good.
Oh yeah, anything with bacon is good.
Yeah.
You could wrap up a muffler with bacon, I'd eat it.
Oh.
Hey, it's good. Bacon.
Little iron in your diet.
Little iron, yeah, you got to get that. So, Terry, where are you from originally?
I can't tell you guys that.
All right, that witness protection program?
He's protecting his reputation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember back when I was born.
All right. Be here all week, try the veal, tip your waitress.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's one of my famous lines. We'll be here all week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, born in Atlanta, Georgia, backseat of a Greyhound bus. Well, actually, I worked at a hospital. But that's a good song, though, isn't it?
I'm going to say, Greg Allman ought to come up with something like that.
Yeah, no kidding. So, and anyway, but lived in Texas, Tennessee, California, Arizona,
so
Florida.
A lot of hot area of the country where you like to hang out at.
I did spend like 9 years in the summer.
9 years in the summer?
Yeah. Yeah, moving around. Lived in a lot of places, but it's always summer.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's been anywhere you went from Florida, Arizona to Texas.
South Texas, Corpus Christi.
Oh, man.
Been there, yeah. Hot place, Cow Island.
Yep.
How long were you down there?
Where you can serve, 5, 6, 7 years.
Was it?
Yeah, that's where my brother and I's name got changed. We left out of here as the Rankin Brothers and was playing a little place down in Rockport, Texas, right there off of Port Aransas. And we had a good harmony together. And so we had this place where we wanted them, just jamming out on a lot of high-tempo or high-energy music. And this guy goes, who in the heck are you guys? So we're the Rankin Brothers from Tennessee. And he goes, the Wrangler Brothers, but you're wearing Levi jeans. And so from that point on, we ended up being the Wrangler Brothers and went on out to Vegas. And we were opening for a blackjack dealer at the Tropicana named Lee Greenwood at some of the showcases they had. We opened for the Go-Go's, Oh,
wow.
We were two guys on acoustic guitars that could walk up there and sing 2 or 3 songs while they were setting up the bands behind us in the stage, and we'd come back off again. So that was a lot of fun.
That's pretty cool.
That's a big combination from the Go-Go's to Lee Greenwood.
Isn't it the truth? Ain't it the truth? I'm telling you.
Did we have Lee Greenwood on the show once?
No.
That was Lee Gibson.
Lee Gibson.
Lee Gibson.
Yeah. And Benny Greenwood, back from Dunlap.
Yeah, from Dunlap.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Speaking of Dunlap, I've played that over at Dunlap before a few times. I like Dunlap. I got some property there. Signal Mountain overlooks Dunlap, or Dunlap looks up to Signal.
I'm gonna look at it.
And I've got some good, based on true stories of my family found in Dunlap. The main road is Rankin Avenue and the Rankin House. So yeah, I've got some good stories. Just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. If somebody says, hey, Rankin, then I'll come up with a good story.
So you already have a tie to Dunlap. So you'll have to come over.
I'll be there.
You'll be there. That's
Oh, yeah.
great. We're going to have him there
Parade
already.
at 9 o'clock.
Yeah. So that's great.
See,
have
so
him there
we'll
too.
interview you
We're going to have
again.
to interview you while we're there.
Oh, yeah.
You've been here tonight, so we're going to have to catch you while you're there as well and see what you think about everything. And, you may could possibly educate us a little bit more about Dunlap.
Dunlap and the famous Stump Dogs.
The Stump Dogs.
The
okay.
Stump Dogs. You know,
Wow, that's a catchy name.
Yeah.
What's the Stump Dogs about?
When we have the festivals down there, these people show up and they have stumps, actually cut about 2 foot, 3 foot high, and they're hollowed out, and they smolder in the heat, and they cook hot dogs out of them.
Oh.
Look, I see some eyes lighting up. Yeah, the Stump Dog. They should be.
That's
there.
like a Ripley's Believe It or Not kind of
Yeah,
thing.
you know,
there.
they have April Fest down in Dunlap, every year, and so that's they get some good music down there and good entertainers for that.
Well, purely by accident, we have Terry coming back again next month as well. He's here on the 22nd of next month.
I'll be first that night, by the way.
Yeah.
Because I live in Eastern time.
He was booked first that time. So
Yeah, he's an hour
If
ahead.
I'm going to be back next month, I'll be first on that one right there. So,
He's not coming back Skype, though, right? He's in person. Yeah, it seems that Skype is a cool thing, but it doesn't seem like it's always, we don't have the bugs worked out of it, or Skype don't have the bugs worked out of it or something. It seems a little tough. We've had a couple of Skype interviews that went well, so well, good. So we'll get him back. Where do you go from here? What's your next musical adventure?
the only gigs I do these years are like after Thanksgiving, I'll start a little Christmas gig, and I'll play children's hospitals, convalescent homes, Ronald McDonald houses, and I've been doing that for a long time. I'm always on the card as Terry Rankin and his band Spitfire.
Okay.
And it's an open ever act the exact same way. I get there and I say, hey, everybody, good news and bad news. Bad news is Spitfire stuck in O'Hara Airport in a snowstorm. They didn't make it.
Yeah.
Good news is their instruments did, and I carry a duffel bag with me that's got bongos and maracas and tambourines and all kinds of little percussion stuff, and then I pass them around to the children and adults in the room, and
That's cool.
And let them, then start to, run, run, Rudolph, Santa's got to make it to town. Everybody's playing their stuff. Yeah, and so it's a lot of fun, and I do that over and over and over. That's the only gigs I really do, right now. So I'm on the last leg of 3 years of a 10-year plan for fishing, retirement, and playing some music. So we'll see if it gets here.
I guess probably one of the most fulfilling things for you now, this stage of your life, is actually seeing the kids when they're little like that, just seeing their eyes as they light up as you're allowing them to participate with music. It's something amazing, that you're passing on. We had one of our guests that was on here a while back, and I'm going to mention his name, Seth Boyd. He was here with us. Him and his wife, they both traveled to Haiti over there to do missions. And while he was there, one of the things was he played music. And for some of those children there, they had never heard, music itself, seeing a guitar. It was something, unique for them. But there's one picture, it's amazing. There's a little boy, I believe, and leaning his head up against his guitar and just laying it up against it. And you can see in that picture what we take for granted here in the United States. We're blessed that we have an opportunity like tonight to be here and be able to share stories and be able to experience music in a unique way. We have a huge blessing here. We really do.
Yeah. I need more bongo drums, to keep fast. For some reason, all the guys want to play the bongo drum.
Yeah.
Girls are good with the maracas, tambourines, but you got to have more bongos. It's like that cowbell thing. More cowbell. More cowbell. The only thing I don't have in that duffel bag, it's stuck in O'Hara with Spitfire.
I've tried to figure out what
cowbell.
instrument it could be. It could be the bongos. Maybe I need to try that.
Now you've been into business for a while. You've traveled.
The monkey business?
Yeah. Traveled and performed with all different types of people. And
Oh, yeah. So,
what are we talked about some of your influence as far as Bobby Bear and some of those. The people that you got to perform with, who was one of your favorites?
Roy Rogers was pretty cool. That was real cool.
Now, there's a name we don't get a whole lot.
Happy Trails.
No.
We don't get that a lot.
Yeah, most people don't, so,
How long ago was that? How long did you get to perform?
that
with
was
Roy?
in 78 in Las Vegas.
Okay.
In Las Vegas, you got to see them all, Roy Clark, that was cool.
Oh, he's
so.
phenomenal.
So you like the Roys.
Waylon, and so that was good. And
1978, I was a year old.
How much?
1 year.
I graduated a year earlier, so yeah, we're his graduation is my your birthday is my graduation. That's what it is. But
Yeah, the Bellamy Brothers, I've always dug them. So
that's cool.
They're good, yeah.
That's cool. So you were more country from the word go from the start.
You know, it was crazy. When Reggie and I was out playing gigs, we could just, flop right on over to a Beach Boys song and then flip over to some Beatles or Creedence,
Right.
And then break into Merle Haggard or Johnny Paycheck or like I say, the Bellamy Brothers, Everly Brothers.
Right.
So, yeah, we just kind of floated
All over the
around.
board.
So,
who's your favorite artist of all time then? It's a hard question because
well, I'm going to say Dolly Parton, since I found out that's Andy's cousin.
He is on his way.
royalty check in the
Yeah.
street. Nice try.
Actually, I don't know why I could pick anybody over Dolly.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, songwriter, singer, beautiful person, giver back to a community.
Yes. She is all
you know,
that.
true red, white, and blue. Just, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
She is all that. I didn't like her. I did not like her until I saw her on Johnny Carson one night. And, of course, he's making fun of the obvious. And her comebacks were so open and honest and hilarious, had him laughing. And I was at home going, this chick's pretty funny. She's pretty fast-witted. She's pretty funny. And then you realize she's just a down-home country girl.
our number one Christmas movie every year is Smoky Mountain Christmas.
Is it?
And so, but yeah, I liked her before I ever heard of her name or ever seen her.
Okay.
That's awesome. That's good. That right there is, he's
made
moving up
Andy happy.
already. I will say, our brother Randy, I saw him here a while back. Me and Jason, we were up at Dollywood, and a lot of people, they may not remember, but, Alabama's out, and they're back on the scene. But his song, Roll On, 18-wheeler, that was his song. He wrote that, and they took that. That was a hit. But also there's Jada, Star, and Heidi. Now, Heidi is Randy's daughter, and Jada is Frida's daughter, and they're there at the park. But both of those two individuals are phenomenal. You can see now how they have developed and how just the talent's passed on. And Jada, she's writing music. She has a web page. Great personality. It's just genuine. That's the one thing Dolly would always say is, be true to who you are. And in doing so, you're true to others. You're being true to yourself. Why do you have to hide your roots? There's no reason at all. And I'm from East Tennessee. I remember I moved into Nashville, but listened to me a little bit, and I had guys from Pennsylvania, up north, and I could care less. I knew where my ancestors came from. I knew what they went through for America. And I was still proud. But just being yourself will take you farther than anywhere else in life if you'll just do that. It will. And it's the truth. Because people are very they have a perception, and they can see through something that's fake and something that's real. And in music, if you're really trying to make material that's going to last, it's got to be you all the way. And when they feel that, then that's something that can happen. It can happen, But that was a good brownie point. But
It was, but it was the truth.
But I like no.
And
But
help me remember who really would how could you not influence every writer and every artist, male or female, anywhere in our genre of music?
That's right.
Go back and reach out to those, that are less fortunate. Go back and to where you came from, and remember, you don't make it anywhere in life unless you remember those that got you to where you are. You can't pass that up. You have to always reflect, because it's who's beside you when you're down. It's who's beside you when you're without. Those are the ones that you don't forget, because that's who made you who you are today. And that's one thing I have to admire about her. She went back and donated to the parks there. She went back, with all the money she has, and, I'm going back to help those individuals, And it's a lesson that we all have to remember,
All right, Jason.
Terry, why don't you go ahead and play us a song, brother?
All right. Here's well, I do a lot of fun stuff. I like a fun song right here. This one's called Southern Psychology. You see, my baby and me don't always agree, and complications do arise. But I wait patiently while she's fussing at me and cutting me down to size. But now it's my turn, and I look right in her eyes and tell her how cute she is when she gets mad. Well, there's a lot to be learned from the Southern Psychology. You see, my fishing pole has got a new line, and Reggie, he's waiting outside. You know we love the way that you cook those fillets. She said, can you be home by 9? Well, I will probably be back way before 9 with a stringer full of fish and some blackberry wine. Well, there's a lot to be learned from the Southern Psychology. Well, sugar pie, I never shoot you no lines because you're much too smart for that. And when I tell you I'm going someplace, dear, you know that's where I'm at. But you decide, whatever you say, dear, will be alright with me. But there's a lot to be learned from that Southern Psychology. You know I'd love to see your dear mom and dad, and I'm sure they'd love to see me. But I've got this list of chores that's got to be done. I guess that eliminates me. But you go ahead, have a good time, don't you worry about me. I'm sure I'll be fine. Well, there's a lot to be learned from the Southern Psychology. Oh, well, sugar pie, I never shoot you no lines because you're much too smart for that. And when I tell you I'm going someplace, dear, you know that's where I'm at. But you decide, whatever you say, dear, will be alright with me. But there's a lot to be learned from the Southern Psychology. Well, there's a lot to be learned from that Southern Psychology. Well, there's a lot to be learned from that Southern Psychology. Bum ba dum ba bum ba bum ba bum.
Yeah.
I don't know who this guy is singing up here tonight, but he knows the words to my song and plays guitar about the same way I do.
That's the irony of that. Well, good. Well, we want to thank, again, Chris out there in New York for HeatFMRadio.com for promoting the show and pushing it out there. All the people that are listening on the radio, Terry's got a lot of people listening, family and friends out there. Make sure you...
People in New York City listening.
Is there a phone line that they can call us from right now? I mean, I know we've not...
Brian, do we have the phone line still up?
Do we have the phone lines up?
No, they're not.
Okay.
No, it's not? Okay. Okay, sometimes that technical stuff, zaps a bunch of things out. But they can get on Facebook and post on Facebook. You can post on our Facebook page, which is WFMCJams.com, of course. Just go to Facebook, put in WFMC Jams. Like the show, you can hear it on Facebook. You can hear it on the on your TuneIn app on your cell phones. You also can hear it right off the website. So turn it on and listen. Tell us what you think. Tell Mr. Rankin what a good job he's doing. All the family and friends that's on his Facebook page, make sure you jump on his page and like it. And
I ain't got no Facebook page.
You don't have no Facebook page?
Uh-uh.
Well, how are you getting where they're calling from?
How do I get what?
Oh, they just calling you, texting you?
Yeah.
Okay, but you don't have a Facebook page. Okay.
Uh-uh.
Well, don't go on his Facebook page then. Just go on ours.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, go on their Facebook page.
Yeah, go on our Facebook page.
I'm going to get me one day, but right now I've got a lot of work to do with being president of the local Procrastinators Club in the Chattanooga Valley.
I think I started that.
Right,
I don't know.
So,
I was going to. Maybe I was going to, and I don't think I did.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Yeah, we try to get applications out to people. We're going to one of these days.
someday.
Yeah. So
You ever go to any of the meetings?
we haven't planned any yet.
But what do we do? I think
We're
I might
looking
try
for
to
a
get to
location.
one.
We're looking for a location.
I'll be
This
vice
has only
president.
been going on for about 30 years. Now, come on.
You know, that could be a little 22-minute segment right on TV. You can see that little episode
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Just about everything, just all life. Jason, what do you got? It looks like you're ready to ask a question. Or you got heartburn or something.
I had to fart.
Well, oh, man.
Leaning forward.
It wouldn't be on the
Lacey,
first time on the show. Sometimes they're audible.
Yeah, the
Jason
reason
on
you
a
keep
metal
the
chair and plays a
entertainment
tune.
10 foot away, that's good. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you can move outside, please, Jason. Thank
Yeah,
you.
we keep you propped up against the walls.
Yeah, yeah. I like the Lazy Z saloon that you had before. That was always fun to play in.
Oh yeah, you're talking
Yeah.
about the Last Chance Saloon.
Yeah, yeah. It made you feel like you was right there on stage and stuff. You know.
Yeah, you're right there on stage. We had the stage there and great cheeseburger and stuff, but not meant to be. We won't get into the particulars of that, but it was not meant to be. We had it for 2 years. It was the number one bar in Coffee County, hands down voted the best bar by our fans and favorites out there. So J.D. Byrider said that we were no, wasn't J.D. Byrider. What's that thing you always see on TV where somebody's always voted? They're the number one car company or the number one is some J.P. Morgan or something like that. Some crap interview, but we had a great bar out there. We had a great thing. So we did our 2-year term. We're out of that now, so we're just concentrating on music and trying to get family members healthy. It's the most important thing in our lives, getting family members healthy.
I got one more request for you.
Go ahead.
Fun Country.
Yeah, I got some. I don't know if I get my voice to do that. I was going to bring up the Dunlap and pitch that again. I got a lot of people probably in Chattanooga that may or may not be listening, but I'll spread the word. Sammy Kershaw and Dunlap. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
You know, they had who was that fella that they just had? You know, here's a quarter, call someone who cares. See, usually I know that kind of stuff.
Travis Tritt.
Travis Tritt right down there, you know, was playing Whitwell, I think, not too long ago. Speaking of Whitwell, I found a good trap place there, but anyway, that's another story.
Yeah, see, the one that blows me away, Paul McCartney played Bonnaroo, Manchester.
Ain't that something else?
Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Sorry, that's pretty cool.
Elton John.
And Weird Al.
Right up there.
Did Weird Al play Bonnaroo?
Yeah, same year Paul McCartney did.
That's usually when I get invited to play the Smokehouse. It's during Riverbend in Chattanooga, Bonnaroo, and CMA Fest, and I'll get a call going, hey, you want to come up here and play?
That is a special place at Jim and
Yeah.
Patsy.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah, I was going to stop in there and get some frog legs on the way home, but they may not still be cooking it this late. But you ain't never had the frog legs up there. There's not a better frog leg from here to Louisiana than what Betsy and JD has up there at the Smoke Lodge.
And good brisket.
Oh, yeah, Mike, the meat man there,
he treats you good when you walk in. That's one thing he really does.
well, he's got a slice of it ready for you
Yeah.
to take on. Yeah, Fun Country is a lot of fun, but I don't think my voice could take on Fun Country, but I appreciate that. But
You better sing it next month.
they are still spinning that, aren't they? I'm going to go down in the roots right here and see if I can remember the words to one that I like that my brother and I used to sing, Melody Brothers. Yeah, let's talk about them. Reggie, not with us anymore, and so except for in mind and spirit and recordings, and
Right.
so here's one we used to love singing. Not better, brother. Pine trees grow so tall in the warm sunshine. And a boy steals his daddy's fishing line. Alligator lays on the bank of the riverbed. If you didn't know about him, you swear he's dead. These are a few things I'm in love with. Yeah, it's a small part of the way I've lived my life. California, Mississippi, and Florida, gorgeous Georgia. Hey, if you think I'm happy back there, you're on the right track. Hey, you ain't just a whistling Dixie. You ain't just a slapping your knee. I'm the proud son of a Southern man, yes, an heir to the Confederacy. You ain't just a whistling Dixie, 'cause the country life's calling me home. So put me back there where I wanna be. Take my boots back to Tennessee. Bury my bones under a cypress tree. Never let me roam. Cotton balls gleam, the cows give cream for the baby's sake. Boss thinks of gin and he's mean as a rattlesnake. The well runs dry on us kids, we cuss the garden hose. Ma draws creek water just to wash our clothes. These are a few things I'm in love with. It's a small part of the way I've lived my life. Carolina, Mississippi, Florida, gorgeous Georgia. If you think I'm happy back there, you're on the right track. You ain't just a whistling Dixie. You ain't just a slapping your knee. But I'm the proud son of the Southland boys, just an heir to the Confederacy. You ain't just a whistling Dixie, 'cause the country life's calling me home. So put me back there where I wanna be. Take my boots back to Tennessee. Bury my bones along with Robert E. Lee. And never let me roam. Never let me roam. Boy, they don't get no sweeter than that, do they?
Very smooth song.
Yeah,
Smooth, I tell
special
you.
guest tonight is Terry Rankin. Hey, with the background singer Jason the Hip of the Heartthrob was doing some harmony vocals on that. So I was going to, but ever since Vietnam and stuff, I can't sing anymore. So yeah, I saw it on TV once. But
Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse
Platoon.
Now. I like all those war movies. There's a new one out too that
Deer Hunter.
What's that?
Deer Hunter.
Oh, Deer Hunter was Mao, Mao. I don't even know what Mao means, but I know it was bad in Vietnamese. But there's a new movie coming out. It's supposed to be very intense, kind of Saving Private Ryan kind of intense. I can't think of who the Vince Vaughn. Is Vince Vaughn? You know, the comedian Vince Vaughn? Yeah, that's it. Is in that movie, which is kind of odd, but I saw clips to it and I'm like, man, that looks like a really good movie. Based on a true story about a medic who would never carry a weapon.
Oh, yeah. You know, tonight in Chattanooga, I got an invitation from a great friend of mine, like a brother, that there's a new movie that's coming out but was filmed, previewed early tonight in Chattanooga at the theaters called the Enterprise, SSS Enterprise. It's about the boat that got torpedoed, 200. One of the survivors out of the 200 that didn't, it lives in Chattanooga.
Oh, wow.
And, and so they all got together and friends and family, and they were going to give them a preview of the movie, and I got the invitation in there, come on tonight, we're all going to be there, and he's going to be there, and these are great people. Yeah, he's 90 years old and one of the survivors that was out there.
Isn't that cool to get to meet those kind of people, though? Isn't that just cool? I mean, you can talk about meeting Elvis Presley and meeting Johnny Cash, which is cool, but these guys, they did what they did so you and I can do this, so we can sit on air and talk about it. So say he went through, like meeting people from the Indianapolis, that was torpedoed. And
Indianapolis, not Enterprise. I wanted to tell my buddy that. He kept saying SSS Enterprise, and I was thinking, Kirk?
Yeah.
He did. I was right. He told me
Kirk's
2 or 3
still alive.
times. And so it's Indianapolis.
Indianapolis, yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's a
torpedo.
truck driver. He's a good pal. He gets up at 4:30 in the morning, delivers gas all over the place. So
wow.
And it was his. It's actually his great uncle that was a survivor, and he was like, we're brothers from a different mother, and he's like, come on, grab everybody. The movie 6:45.
Yeah, that's an intense story. You can Google search that, but pull up the USS Indianapolis. the story about it. It was made famous, first famous in the movie Jaws, when they were sitting in the boat and the captain was talking, and he was supposedly a member of the Indianapolis. We're talking about
this was the second movie supposed to be made, and this guy that's a survivor that lives in Chattanooga is in the movie.
Wow. That's cool.
So they went and got some of these cats.
Those people are special. Again, we talk about great famous musicians or you know, actors or you know, sports people, but there's no one more cooler than people that were in the military that have put their lives on the line for us.
Well, most people don't realize this is Mark is a survivor of the Titanic.
Yes. I was the last one floating on the door.
Well,
you're the one that grabbed the kid and said he has nobody and jumped in the lifeboat?
That's me. That's me. I'm out of here.
I want to say
please.
something that, you know, my grandfather, you know, he's gone. He's passed on. I didn't get a chance to really know him. I spoke to him a couple of times, but he had lost his mind, you know, a little bit later in life. He was a World War II veteran, fought at Guadalcanal, and it gives me goosebumps to this day when I think about the fact that he was probably 3 out of about 1,000 men that made it out of one zone they were fighting. And they went from fighting to hand, and he made his way out with a machete. And my brother that served in Afghanistan, of course, when he passed away, it was passed on to him because he was a combat medic and had been in a war zone and stuff, which was rightful. But, you know, to this day, I get goosebumps because I realize, you know, had he not survived, but then again, from his perspective, it took so much of a toll because he knew how many other men had laid their lives down. He saw those men fighting right beside him were the same thing for America, for us. It's not what is, you know, they're not fighting for what's in front of them. You know, they're fighting for those that are behind them. And that's what our soldiers do. They're fighting for, that's what drives them. It's, you know, those
so
that are
not to
behind
get
them.
off on a
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, not to get off on
political
that.
rant,
But you know, I had to say
support
that. You know,
That's good.
Support your military people.
And you did get to know your grandfather just a bit.
A bit toward the end of his life. He lived in Louisiana. You know, and he asked me. He said, "Have you ever thought about joining the Navy?" And you know, and he would ask me that. You know, it was back right after I graduated high school. You know, and he said, "You can make a good career in the Navy." He would always say that. And his other 2 brothers fought in World War II just as well.
We're coming up on the close of the show, so
Yes.
we'll have Terry spin off one more song before he leaves. And again, I want to thank Chris out there at the Heat FM for sharing the show and helping us out, and all of his listeners for listening in. Again, go to the Facebook pages like WFMC Jams, like Heat FM, and keep close eye on whatever we're doing.
Yeah, there's stuff going on all the time. Brian
Yeah.
put in episode 3 of the very first Midnight Madness show.
Yes,
He had
'cause
number 3.
Yesterday was our 5-year birthday.
Yes, we turned 5 years old yesterday. Brian shared episode number 3. We had Big Mike Griffin, Josh Wanamaker, and Joey Gibson on there. But we found episode 1 today. You and I listened to it, previewed it today, and we laughed our butts off.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, I'm looking so forward to December now that we have the original.
Yes.
Because I'm going to dig back into those original.
Yes.
First few shows and dig into some of those from this last year as well, and laugh again at our boo-boos and mistakes and.
Oh yeah, we'll do
blunders.
the best of.
Da.
That's on there. Yeah, yeah. So we'll post a lot of that coming up.
The
so.
first blooper was Mark. He said doo-doo on the radio.
Yes, I did.
No, you said fart, though.
That wasn't the first one.
That's all in the wind. So we'll.
I was the first.
That's a pun.
Yeah.
I was going to have a boat one day. I was going to call it Breaking Wind, and so, but no one liked it. So, all right, I'll do this song. I wrote this song. I was going to go pitch it to get somebody to record it for Father's Day, and so as I started, you had to pitch like right after Father's Day to get someone to look in, getting into it, and so I started that last year, and they said, you know, that's a good song, but hold off. Zach Brown's got one coming out, and you're not going to have a chance against that. Y'all heard his the new one, my old man. But this is still good. We'll pitch it for next year. And so it's called That's the Way It Goes. Well, way back then, I would saddle up the wind. I'd gallop across the yard and find my daddy with a grin. And I'd start hitting him up with these wild wires. My feet reach the pedals now, so why can't I drive? The whitest blackberries give my Mimi the hives. Why does she keep eating them, Daddy? Tell me why, oh, why? Well, that's the way it is, or that's the way it goes. When all else fails, he would always say, well, I don't know. But just because, well, I said so. The steel works today, but not as good as years ago. That's the way it is. That's the way it goes. Well, years have come and gone since I left that home. I got a little family and a boy of my own. Now he started hitting me up with his wild wires too. Why is the internet running so slow? When can I have a cell phone of my own? We can text and Twitter, Daddy, please tell me why, oh, why? Well, that's the way it is, or that's the way it goes. When all else fails, I could always say, well, I don't know. But just because, well, I said so. It still works today, but not as good as years ago. That's the way it is. That's the way it goes. When that real tough question, though, comes my way, I always use one special answer that he would always say. Go ask your mother. Well, that's the way it is. That's the way it goes. When all else fails, you would always say, well, I don't know. But just because, well, I said so. Still works today, but not as good as years ago. But that's the way it is. That's the way it goes. That's the way it is. That's the way it goes. Now go in there and ask your mother. Whatever she says will be all right with me.
I can see where Zach Brown could have taken that song as well, but Rodney Atkins might be another individual you may want to pitch that song to.
I think I got some Dirk Bentley going in my mind.
And I thought of Dirk's before, and before that. But
I tell you, the cat I really liked and wanted to pitch songs to is that one that got accused of roughing up that senior. Was Bill Currington?
Billy Currington, yes.
Yeah. So where's he been?
I think his career is done for a little while.
Why don't y'all bring him on this show, see if he can pick it up a little bit.
Too, yeah.
Yeah, we need to just go ahead and talk to him and come on, and then you can pitch to him.
The line you said there, go ask your mother. I can remember what it was like as a kid because my mother and dad did the same thing. Go ask your mother. So go ask her, and she said, go ask your father. I think that they were laughing so much, you just run back and forth from one room to the next asking the same question.
You're looking at your calendar there. What you got?
Well, I was just trying to figure out the date for the next vinyl show. We'll talk about it off air.
Yeah, we need to get that set up so we get that going. But
yeah, Jerry's been on me already. He wants a date.
Yep, exactly. He always wants a date. Doggone it, Jerry. But
Big country, my
man. Big country, we miss you. We hope you're listening to us tonight. We're going to close off the show here. We want to thank Chris out there in New York at heatfmradio.com. Thank you very much.
I want to thank both Terry Rankin and Lacey Snyder for being our guests. Great show tonight. We really enjoyed it.
And Mom and
Mom and Gladys as well.
Gladys sitting there. That's great. So again, we want to thank you for being part of the show. We'll get back to you. We probably will see you then on 4th of July if you're going to be over there at Dunlop. So our paths will cross.
Did he say Dunlop or Dunlap?
Then he'll be back again on the 22nd of next month.
Remember Dunlap.
Dunlap, yeah.
Not Dunlop.
Rankinville.
Rankinville.
All righty. Well, Terry, we appreciate it. Everyone else that's listening will be a Midnight Madness show next week. We'll be doing our 4th of July special, so check all throughout the day. We'll be doing interviews throughout the day. And you guys have a safe and wonderful holiday. And we'll see you back here live on the air in 2 weeks. You all have a good holiday. Good night.